Hi, I'm Ali and a warm welcome to Face Yoga Master. So in today's video, I'm going to help you improve the puffiness under the eyes naturally using no cosmetics, no makeup, by doing some lymphatic facial massage. This will also reduce toxins and waste which can accumulate in this area. So first things first, I like to start off with clean skin, and I am using a little bit of facial oil, not completely necessary, but we don't want to be dragging and pulling. So I'm just going to add just a little bit to the fingers here. And if you want to use an eye cream, that's fine as well. And then just apply where the bone is under the eye and just gently press that in an outwards motion. And then the side of the ears, and then just down by the side and the back of the neck here. So what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to start off with the collarbone, and we're going to work our way up. So we're going to release some so we're going to do some nice neck So first of all, we're going to start with the collarbone and release some tight tension within this neck area to really help with easy blood flow and for lymphatic drainage. So first of all, where the collarbone is, just above, we have some indentations. And I'm just going to go and give those just a few gentle presses. And then with the back of the hand, because we have more surface area, I'm just going to glide up towards the jawline and come to the ears. Now you then want to take your fingers and just first of all just gently glide down the front of the ear where we have plenty of lymph nodes, and then at the back of the ear. And then gliding down this big SEM muscle down to the collarbone. And then with the fingers, we're just going to do just a little bit of gentle pinching on this big SEM muscle. So starting from literally where the ear is, just very gently get into that muscle if you can, and just gently pinch that, working our way down. We'll do this a couple of times. And then just glide down with the fingers. So let's go on to the other side, taking our palm and flat of the hand up towards the chin and the jaw area, working along all the lymphatic drain, all the lymph nodes, and then coming towards the front and almost the back of the ear here. And then taking our hand and just gently gliding down the front of the ear where we have those lymphatic nodes, and the back of the ear. And then gliding down that big SEM muscle here to help release down to the collarbone. And then taking our fingers almost in a hook, starting from the ear, and then just very gently placing and holding and trying to get right into this muscle, which gets quite tight, and we don't want to, so we're really releasing, so we're not restricting any blood flow. Again, just do that one last time, releasing any tight tension. And then again, just from the back and the front of the ear, just very gently glide that down. So once we've started on the lymphatics, we've actually got everything kind of all prepped and ready. I'm going to take my ring finger, because we have a lighter touch, and I'm placing it between the eyes here. And then I'm just gently going to do a little bit of tapping, and then working my way down to where that bone is under the eye. What we're doing here, we're helping with blood flow and circulation to the area, and then working our way all along the bone towards the temple. Now you can do this once or twice a day. I quite like to do it in the morning, particularly if I've got any puffiness whilst waking up. And sometimes we can have causes. It could be dietary, too much salt, too much alcohol, or even sort of lack of sleep. So just want to move toxins. We can have a toxin build up here. And then once we've done that 3 times, we're just now gently gliding under where that bone is towards the temples. And this is a feather-light touch. Now we're moving toxins and waste within the lymph. And the lymph is very close to the surface of the skin, so a really light, delicate touch is only needed. And this is where, if you have any facial oil, you can get a really nice, gentle glide without pulling or dragging at the skin. And so once we've done that, I'm now placing my hands under my eyes, and with the fingers, I'm starting from the inner corners of, well, by the nose and by the corners of the eyes, and just very gently pressing in an outwards motion, moving everything along. And one last time. And then from where our eyes are here, we have our pupils. We're just going to come down and then just press under the eyes. And this is a really great acupressure point. Just gently pressing. And then again, gliding under the eyes, feather-light touch. And then where the pupil of the eyes are, we're just going to come up just above our forehead and again just press those acupressure points. And then between the eyes, again another acupressure point, and then just glide towards the temples, and then again under the eyes towards the temples. Feather-light touch. At this point you may want to swallow because you can feel things literally moving along. Although we're not touching the face very deeply or too hard, we actually are moving toxins and waste, and everything starts moving around. And then with the fingers just gliding by the front of the ear, all the way down from the temple towards the front of the ear. And then one hand at a time, taking our fingers and then just gliding behind the ear again. And then down that big SCM muscle, moving everything along down to the collarbone. And then on the other side, from the temples, down the front of the ear, very light, again, moving toxins and waste to really help with that puffiness in the eyes, under the eyes. This will also help eye bags as well. And then behind the ears. And then down that big SCM muscle, down to the collarbone. And then with our fingers touching behind the neck, if you can glide down along the occipital bone towards the SCM muscle, the top of it, and then sort of from the ears again, just down that big SCM muscle one at a time. And then for our final lymphatic drainage release, because obviously we've moved toxins and waste and we want to release it, we're finishing with our starting position, if you like. So from the chin all the way down where our collarbone is, just above, again those indentations, if you can give those a few gentle presses, this will release all the toxins and waste we've moved with under the eye area, those puffy eyes and the eye bags, into the body, ready for elimination. So I'll place another video here. If you'd like to join me there, that would be great. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing for more content and a thumbs up. And if you enjoyed it, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. Okay, bye.